Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all got y'all coffee.
I hope so, because this one gonna be a real funny one. Not even funny, but it's also gonna be some real stuff that we do talk about. Our topic today is gonna be
This was a requested topic too.
facts, very much requested from one person. But we
For
from one person gave out the idea and we ran with it. But here we go with another episode of Mirror Conversation. I'm one of the hosts, Lamont, and I'm over here with
Lanier Gasoline. What's up, everybody?
yeah. And our topic today: who prioritize sex more in a relationship, men or women? What do you think about that, Smoke?
Now, hold on, I'm sending this link out, but I ain't gonna lie, right? I feel like society, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I'm feeling like society is making women seem like they ain't sexually satisfied. Like, I don't know who they be asking, for one, because men who I know, and it's just my personal experience, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm some type of professional, but based on me in my 41 years of living, 42 years of living, look, this is what I am gonna say. Men take sex very seriously.
We
Society
do.
Society be having you thinking like most women, they not orgasming. If I'm saying that right, is that a word? Or orgasming? They trying to make women feel like that they not sexually satisfied. And I can get it if that's actually true. If most men I know just be like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get in and get out. But most men I know, bro, they don't want their wife not satisfied. I don't know if men ask a woman, did you come? I guess most men could tell, depend on the woman body. You know if she came or not. So why is society putting it like women are not satisfied sexually by their significant others? And not even to mention, let's make sure we say this. If you got a drawer full of toys that got stuff this way and that way and this way and that way, if you got that in your drawer, come on, man. That thing is touching everything you need to be touched. So when your husband, go ahead.
So when your man, exactly what you said, I'm gonna speak on the drawer. So if you need all of that, I get it. We use tools, we use toys, we use whatever we gonna use when it comes to our satisfaction, right?
Right.
So what I think, a woman that needs tools, right, when she has her man at home, like, are you really being satisfied? Like for real, are you really being satisfied? Let's think about that.
Okay, so all right, so let's let the women answer this. Most women who got all of them toys, right? They could be they could shock themselves to death, but at the end of the day, you know what they saying? I still want a man.
Yeah.
I want that warm body. So if you have that warm body and you got a little how is it that they saying women not sexually satisfied? I don't understand. And plus, I know a couple of homeboys who got some women digmatized.
So when that goes again to the question that we really want to ask again. Like, what's your point of satisfaction? Like, what point is gonna make you happy? Men or women? Like, just not women. We're gonna say men or women. So I honestly do think that some men, all they care about is that one thing, that one nut. That's all they care about. And it's a done deal. So I don't think it takes much to make a man satisfied unless he like other things. You know what I'm saying? Unless he likes other things. And I'm not trying to be funny, but let's be real
But if he
about
like
it.
other things, I think it can't be one other thing. Like, men might want to, bust a nut, but then they might have other things that they may like. And it's a list. And I'm pretty sure that when you lock in with a woman, when you deal with a woman, she's willing to knock down one or two things on the list, if not all of them. So if she's doing all of that for you, why would she do that if she's not satisfied? I just feel like we need to be asking these questions to like real women. I don't know who they asking because I see a lot of podcasts about it. I see a lot of YouTube tweets, Instagram posts, even about size. They like the size matter. Even the porn stars. Check this out now. This what really got me thinking, and it's a coincidence that the young lady has sent you, hey, y'all should talk about this. Because I actually watched the show that she had showed. So obviously she was watching a show, and this was their topic. And even on that show, a lot of the women there who be talking, they married. A few of them are single, but most of them are married. And I don't really think most of them are complaining about sex. Even what women would consider little penises to big penises. I mean, they always say it depends. It depends on the person. But you know what I'm saying? If they already locked into the person.
So that goes again. Like we goes back to what is really satisfying. Like what satisfies you? Is it the penis? Is it the connection? Is it the way you do me? The way you kiss on me? The way you touch me? Like it got to be so much more than just somebody coming or somebody busting a nut. It got to be so much more than just that, because I don't think it's just sex, because you can just lay there and just have sex and get it over with and feel somewhat satisfied. Like, what is the level of satisfaction that people look for in a relationship? Like, at what point are you gonna say that, all right, we done, we did what we did, and now I'm satisfied? You know, you got some women that be like, oh, I want some more, even though they to be the king. You got some men that give me 5 minutes and I'm coming right back again.
That is true. So I'm assuming that it's based on the person. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that it's based on the person. But I feel like too, again, I feel like society is putting this large emphasis on people being overly sexual, because they say, oh, well, what's your love language? What's my love language? I just like to feel love. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to knock these things, but you know, I want to feel loved. I don't want to feel like someone is against me. And men and women, we have to verbalize that. Hey, I like this, or hey, I like this. You know what I'm saying? I think that creates a deeper bond and a deeper sexual connection if people saying what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of people ain't clear on what they want.
And if you ain't clear, then obviously you happy with what you get until you be like, hey, that what you did the other day, I liked that.
All right, so now that gives the opportunity for conflict. And when I say opportunity for conflict, meaning that, say for instance, you really ain't get that taste of what you wanted till 5 years down your relationship, right? And you just bust out and tell your significant other, like, oh, I liked that. But that opens the door for an opportunity to be like, where did you get that from? Where did you learn that? Who you out there fucking with?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I just tell them,
come on,
we're watching YouTube.
Oh, Smoke, you crazy.
Watching Instagram. Because look, I'm gonna tell you something else, and this gonna fuck your head up. I'm gonna tell you something else. Did you know that the most searched for porn theme by women is gangbang?
Did you do research on that?
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up, dog. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. Go ahead, talk to him while I pull it up real quick.
At the end of all of this, what the way I feel about it's always the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I give you an example. Like if I'm up early in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, and I get up, you know what I'm saying? Us men, you know how we wake up. We wake up like that on a daily, every single day. So if at that time I want to touch my significant other or whatever it is, I think that satisfaction is more for me than anything, because what can I possibly do with her in that short period of time unless she wide awake and we already gonna get it banging. So I think it got a lot to do with the situation on what time it is. Are y'all gonna get a quickie? The satisfaction is just a quickie or whatever it is. But overall, I still think when it comes to that, satisfaction comes from like the connection that you do have. Because if you don't got the connection with people, like what you really doing? And I really do feel that way because like, yeah, you can just lay down with somebody and we get it over with, blah, 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 whatever. I get it. But like, what's your purpose of that? And I try to
all right, so
try to convey my end. But let's hear
all right, check this out. You see the screen? All right. So check it out, right? When you look, it says with insights showing that lesbian porn is the go-to search for women of all sexual orientations. Now this a little let's go back. Let's go back.
But we really can't put it on basing it on that because everybody don't watch porn, man.
No, but I'm just saying I was responding to because you said 5 years down the line, people don't get what they want.
No, they don't.
All right. So what I'm saying is it's a lot of people, men and women, who have things that they want or desire that they don't get. Like a lot of women search gangbang. I don't think they want to be gangbang, but whatever they preference,
you never know.
That's what I'm saying.
You never know.
But that's what they watching. So basically, what I'm saying is this: is everyone's gonna have a desire, and the goal is to try to meet that desire as much as you can.
Right.
Everyone ain't gonna have everything, but does that mean you sexually satisfied?
No,
you can be.
You know how
you can't be sexually satisfied without achieving all of your sexual desires. Because if you just want more, now you're gonna be, I hate to say it, now you're gonna be like Diddy. What happened? What, you got everything you want to do, you about to do?
Hey, but no, not necessarily. But guess what? If you but if you with a person that's down for it, let's get it down. Let's go for it.
That's true.
Let's go for it. Like
that's true,
but
maybe you like to tie women up. Maybe you with a woman who don't want to be tied up, so you gotta cross that off. You know what I'm saying? Just like some women like anal. A man might be like, I ain't really into that. Or he might be like, let's do it. So it's like you can't check off everything on the box, man, because it's like you're gonna be checking. Hey, man, I mean,
sometimes us as men, you know just as well as I know, Smoke, us as men, we always try our best to knock down everything.
All right. And so to me, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? These articles and stuff, and I don't like to get into the conspiracy theories.
I try not to.
But the articles is saying that 9 out of 10 women ain't satisfied sexually. True. I don't really think that. I don't think so.
I disagree with that, but that goes back to, again, since you said we knocking stuff off of the list, right?
Right.
So I've been talking to people. I've been asking people questions and a whole bunch of stuff, because once we put this on the front forward of saying this is what we were going to do, I started asking questions. So I'm going to give you an example.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, let me see.
Some men told me that I ain't going to be sexually satisfied until I get me a threesome. So how do you weigh that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? Tell me that. Answer that for me.
All right. So it's like, if you meet a woman who's not into a threesome, it's not a deal breaker. I mean, if it is a deal breaker, search, seek, and ye shall find. Because if that's your thing, then that's the energy you about to try to attract.
Yeah, and
so you gonna get into that. But I think ain't no man really turning down a threesome. But some men might be like, nah, that's too many women.
Listen.
Because we all know as men, right? And I hate to say this, I know the men gonna crash me for it, but we all have been in situations where you had 1 woman or 2 women or 3 women, I ain't gonna lie, that shit's like having a job.
It is.
That's not something, man. That's not something I recommend,
Like,
dog.
nah.
You gotta really be living like a James Bond type of life, especially with social media at its height.
If they don't know about each other,
Bruh, that's a hard life to live.
That
is a hard life to live. And when it crashes down hard. That would be my advice. Take it from me. Be open. If that's what you into, don't be shy. Find a way to verbalize that. You know what I'm saying? And the threesome thing, I think we just have that high. We have that at a high level. And it's really not that serious. You know what I'm saying? We getting older. We want to take.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm saying, but all right, let's say, I'm gonna give out a little game. Let's say you one of them men and you've been telling your wife, you know, babe, I love you. I ain't stepping out. I'm trying to be the best man I can. But hey, you know, I like to see 4 titties in the room one time.
Okay.
Now it's a way to set that up. I mean, we ain't going down to Chicago to pick up no woman. They got stuff like Hinduism in Jamaica. Maybe you don't want a threesome. Just take you and your wife to Mexico to one of them adult all-inclusive resorts. So y'all just walk around naked and stare at people. I mean, it's stuff that people could do. You know what I'm saying? And I think that society be making people think that they got to have all this extra stuff.
No, I agree with you on that, man. I think social media shows a lot of stuff that we fight with and we conform to. Like,
let me tell you. Look, I'm sorry.
You good?
I hate to cut you off, but since you mentioned social media, right, when I first came home, right, I used to be looking at social media. I'm like, damn, man, this woman fine. I'm like, damn, look at this. It's just women everywhere. So my mind throw. I'm like, man, look at this. And so, you know, my wife saw me looking at a lot of these women. She was like, hey, you know, like a lot of those women, they had surgery. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know.
Oh, I forgot you got locked up before it got
Yeah,
big.
so I was really thinking that, this is a beautiful woman. But the more I started realizing that, you know, women was having surgery and this and that, I don't knock it. Don't get me wrong, but it had me looking at the regular women differently. You know what I'm saying?
Why was that though?
Because I thought that social media had just locked me into all the fine women. And I didn't realize that they would becoming fine because they were having alterations done. So now when I see like a normal woman and you know what I'm saying, she fine, she got a nice shape, she got a little belly, I appreciate that more. Like I appreciate my wife more because you know what I'm saying? I realized that the other stuff is just kind of like a facade. And and a lot of them locking you in because they got OnlyFans. Like they really like, I mean, I guess they selling pussy. And so they really jumping into people's brains. And so that's why society be like, 98% of women are saying that they have an orgasm. If you have an orgasm, somebody tell me that you know somebody or you have known somebody who ain't orgasm till they was 25. Is that a thing?
Listen. I've had some conversations.
I don't want to be naive, but is that a thing?
Like even prior to me being at this point in my life, and I've had conversations with people and say, yeah, at that age.
Really?
At that age. Never
had. Man.
Like
is it like within like the Black community? Like is this a like a race thing? Because listen, I know people are, you know, like they ain't speaking their mind or whatever the case is, but I really haven't met like, I can't imagine a Black woman faking an orgasm or making a nigga think he did something when he ain't did nothing.
They out here doing that.
For real.
They out here doing that.
Oh man, I'm blowed.
They out here doing that.
This is why we need to talk, y'all.
Right?
We need to have a conversation.
Like I really can't.
If you ain't on this live right now, talk about your experience and if you just want to throw it out there, what you know.
Hey, look, this is where I'm at. Like I. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mean this. Like I think the conversations that we're putting out right now, Smoke. Like even all the last prior 4 or 5 that we put out, I think they've been such big topics that's so like meaningful that we need the people's help to really get what we're trying to do. Like
that's real. That's real.
This is one of our topics. Like I wish our platform was so much bigger to the point that we can get the engagement from the people and the people can really talk to us. Because like right now, we just out here just really talking and hoping somebody go back and see one of these videos and they give us an opportunity to answer one of their questions.
Mhm.
But like back to what we were saying, like what is it really going to take to satisfy somebody? Like, what's your level of satisfaction?
Okay, now this is an article from BuzzFeed, right? So we got an article from BuzzFeed. It say 5 fantasies women think are underrated. And so it's like, hold on, 77% of women, number one fantasy is threesomes. So maybe it's not the man.
Hey,
maybe it's the woman.
So what you trying to say? What you saying right there? 77% of the women, their sexual fantasy is a threesome. So
now it's not saying with 2 women or 2 men, whatever they consider a threesome to be. You know what I'm saying? And look, at least half of them say dominatrix. 52% when asked said rough sex, romantic sex, women receiving oral. So I mean, I don't know, dog.
Hey man, look, I put it like I told you.
We need to do our own survey.
Yeah, we need to. But
we need to do our own survey.
Like, I'm gonna post a survey inside of the on this live, and I'm gonna see what people say, and hopefully the engagement come. But like I said, even though our platform's so small, it's very small right now, and we need y'all help. I'm gonna continue to tell y'all, everybody that goes and watch this video or see it, please like, follow, subscribe, send it to somebody, help us grow this, and we can get better engagement. Because right now, I think this topic right here, I wish we would have had more engagement on it, because it would have been a little bit more engaging in us getting a women perspective, because we got 2 men up here that's talking.
Yeah, and we definitely need some women to chime in and be like, nah, it's juiced up. The statistics is wrong.
Hey, Apple on here, she one of the ones that tunes in every week with us, gives us some feedback. So what do you think about who needs to be more satisfied in a relationship, a man or a woman, or both?
Or who focuses more on satisfying a partner? You think it's men or women?
Yeah, like if you could tag in on that, that'll be great as well. But yeah, like I think, my honest opinion, both of y'all should be satisfied to a level of extent. Like it got to be to a level, because your satisfaction ain't gonna be mine. That's the way I look at it. Like yours ain't gonna be mine, because I might be looking for something else that night different than what you looking for. So that's how I look at it a little bit. What you think, Smoke?
I mean, I just feel like I think a lot of men, and this is just me, but I think a lot of men be working hard at satisfying their partner sexually. I don't really think that it gets talked about, the pressure that men be on, you know, to satisfy a woman. And I think that's society too. Society make like it's this impossible mountain to climb, satisfying your woman. I'm gonna tell you something else that I read and looked up.
What they said? She put Apple said both. I think you should take your turn on focusing on each other. That's something real right there. That's something real right there that you said. Like, hey, it's my turn. It's my turn to get all mine taken care of. I think that's a bad thing to say, and I think like people need to focus on that. That's a good one right there, and I appreciate your engagement on that, because at the end of, like, I wish we had more women on here giving us answers, because us as men, we just want to be satisfied. That's all. That's all. That's all we want to do is be satisfied. What you think? Like, who should
she just woke up.
Who should be satisfied more in the relationship?
I think both parties need to be satisfied.
All right, both parties. I got you. We got another woman perspective. This is Smoke's wife.
So men are more like
get off doing their sexual intercourse. A lot of women don't know.
I see.
So
I don't know what that means.
So
a lot of women.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, have you not read that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this what I was saying. I was saying that I have read it, but I think society juicing it up, because, and the only reason why I'm saying that, because I have asked you that all the time. I'm like, hey, I read this or I read that, like, but us just doing our own little research with our friends and our people we know, men I know is working trying to make a woman come.
Yeah.
So why is the statistics saying that they not? Are they not? Or are they just making it seem like women ain't happy with their sex life?
You watch a lot of podcasts, and especially with women, and the women, what they said, they don't nut off of sexual intercourse.
But I get you. So
Yeah, a lot of them, but I mean
so
today's
man
today,
come in like you gotta suck on something. You gotta do
But
something.
I think-
that's where your satisfaction.
I don't think that's
where that's where the person's supposed to say, man, listen, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Shit, niggas out there that like certain things done.
I said that. Like
Get off.
I
said
said
that.
that. Like we don't know. Like we don't know. We ain't in the bedroom with everybody, but that goes again. That's why I appreciate what Apple said. Like this week we gonna focus on what you want.
Yeah.
Next week we gonna focus on what you want. And I think that's a fair thing to say. And also she said,
but see, this what I'm
or-
saying too. While Lamont read that, like you said, right? A woman may don't get it all from sexual intercourse. Maybe you know what I'm saying. But most dudes I know, they gonna get nasty. So I don't know if that's just the people I know. Is it a Miami thing,
I don't
or
know.
is it a man out there right now who like, I ain't really into eating pussy, dog.
Yeah,
I
done talked to niggas.
Oh, okay. I mean,
look, I done talked to niggas.
man,
niggas,
put it out there,
and you got
put it
I
out
done
there.
I done talked to dudes.
because maybe
that
my
told me-
homeboy's too nasty. I
Look,
don't
like-
know.
In the beginning of a relationship, when y'all talking and courting each other, that's a conversation that need to be had about y'all, what y'all like when it comes to sex. Because if that person ain't what you expecting and ain't really freaky and sexual,
I
like that,
get
you
you.
gonna
So
be unsatisfied like a motherfucker.
So I get you, and
So-
and
go ahead.
to speak on that, right? That's why I said in relationships, when you jump into a new relationship, and it's something that I said before in the last podcast about you got to set expectations. You got to find out like this is what I want. I want sex 3 to 5 times a week, right?
That's true.
That's
All right,
an
so-
expectation.
All right, so let's
You might
dig a
be
little.
girl who wanna get her ass ate.
I know these niggas be out here talking about that too. Oh, I eat ass.
Yeah, they want to get their ass ate, or they want to get fucked in the ass, and you meet a man that don't do none of that, you gonna be like, man, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, but listen, so let's say man or woman, you meet somebody, you love talking to them, you attracted to them, you know, they responsible, they check off all the boxes except for what you need in sexually. Do you think that is a reason to jump the whole relationship?
No, but let me tell you, when you're not being sexually satisfied, this is just how I feel. That's when people start stepping out.
Yeah, but get it. That's exactly what Apple said.
Or is
They-
it-
Or you could choose to have multiple partners if that's gonna take what you to
Because-
get. That's why these poly relationships are out.
That's why it's like that, because they don't step out because they're not being sexually satisfied. You might do this over here, but boy, she sucks some good ass dick over here.
Y'all explicit today.
But what I'm saying
but
is,
those are the facts, though. Those are the facts that we got to talk about, and I feel like those are facts. That goes back to me once again saying you got to set expectations even on this.
Listen, I had a homeboy I used to work with. His wife at the time, she turned him out. It was certain things that his wife turned him into doing, going to the little what them little spots.
Thank you
is?
for watching.
Those what them spots is with swingers to the little swingers club.
Yeah.
She turned him on to that. So that was introduced in their relationship, and then she started eating his ass.
Oh my God, man.
I'm just saying. So now he's looking for that every relationship he gets.
Nah, I know once you exposed to it.
so why didn't their relationship work? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, because she really was gay. She just wanted to be with a female.
Hey,
So that's what she wanted.
you got those out there too.
She's in an actual relationship with a female. She just didn't want to do the male.
You got those too. So
male thing.
I'm in hustling mode too. So I've been out here driving Lyft, right? So I asked a young lady today because I was rushing. I said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be my last ride. I got to get to my guy house because we do a podcast every Sunday." And she was like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" So I told her the topic. I asked her a question, and she pretty much told me like her job as a woman is to satisfy the men. When she told me that, I was like, I ain't get into detail, but it was just something that she said, like, yeah, it's her job to satisfy the man. So if you saying it like that, you willing to do anything that man say to satisfy him? But if it's at that point, like, where's the fun?
You do have women that's out there that really want to satisfy their man, and they probably do any and everything. But some women like, nah, I ain't doing it. Some men might be like, nah, I ain't doing that either. They just got to figure out what they like in their sex life.
I agree.
So overall, do y'all think that society is hypersexualizing like what we like and what we don't like? Or for the most part, do y'all think that people who are in relationships are seeing each other? Do y'all think that they're satisfied sexually? Because I get a lot of mixed answers, and it's making, to me, it be kind of geared towards men like, oh, if you don't have a big dick, or if you ain't making your woman squirt, or if you ain't doing this, or if you ain't doing that, she ain't satisfied. I don't really think that's true. I think they kind of like poisoning men's minds, because if you look at the sexual enhancement drugs that a lot of people is taking, and you know, I drink. And so, but I had begun to tell even my wife, I want more sober sex. It's like going to the gym, right? I said that, right? Drink water. If you want to perform better to me, you need to drink water. I be drinking what's the thing? The green juices. I try to put at least something healthy in my body. I don't do a lot of drugs, but I do.
You say I don't do a lot of drugs.
I do be drinking. And that's
drugs?
really, and that's
I know you don't do no drugs.
I don't do any drugs.
I know.
So what I'm saying
is, drugs and don't do none.
So what I'm saying is, that's what I do to like better my sexual performance. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to eat like more vegetables, more fruits, drink more water, stuff like that. Even the time of day that you have sex, like you have to tell women sometimes, hey, look, if I get up at 6 a.m, don't be rubbing me at 1:30 a.m. thinking you about to get some grade A dick. I've been up all day. And statistics be showing the best time to work out, if you work a day job, is before you go to work. You get up in the morning, you get it in. You don't wait till you done been to work, you done drop the kids off to school, you had to stop at the grocery store, now you go to the gym.
True.
You ain't even about to give a full workout. You got to go to the gym first thing in the morning. So women, if you want to really have good sex, that I don't think a lot of these shows be saying, all right, this is what you do. Either have sex early in the morning after a good night's sleep, because going to the club, drinking and all that, you ain't gonna hardly remember.
Yeah.
It may cause, they say a lot of times it causes dryness because you're dehydrated because you've been drinking and shit.
True.
Now, if you get on drugs or whatever, okay, whatever, you're gonna have a night you tripping on some LSD or some shrooms. But for normal, regular people, you know, for real, bro, because when you look at the enhancements, is people taking, is more dudes now from like ages 18 to 25 taking Cialis.
That's crazy.
It's more. Hold on, I'm about to look up the exact statistics right now.
Hey, here I am at my age. I'm not gonna tell you a lot. Like, I don't need no enhancement, nothing. I don't need no enhancement, nothing, because you're gonna get it the way you're gonna get it, and that's the way it's gonna come. But I like to see my other half like satisfied. Like that's my goal. That's my ultimate goal. And I'm willing to do whatever it is to do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of men ain't out there like, but I ain't eat no ass.
See?
I ain't eat no ass. I'm sorry. So that's one of my expectations that I'm gonna put out. Listen.
But what if the woman wants
Well, guess what? We can't be together.
See, that's what I'm talking
Well, guess she's not the one for me. If she, that goes back to what you said, Smoke. You're not gonna be able to check everything off your list. What can you live with and what can't you live with? And if you can't live with me not eating your ass, is it worth it?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not against eating ass, but it's just that I don't want to do something where I'm like this while I'm doing it. So I want to try to do something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So therefore I can kind of get into it, you know, so I don't I don't really know. I don't think I'm totally against anything besides something going in my ass.
So y'all just don't agree with the trick daddy thing, huh?
I
What was
mean,
the trick daddy thing?
Eat boot game.
Nah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what persuades someone to just say, I eat ass, that's my
Me and
thing.
his wife go to a nudist retreat every year.
I think that's good.
They go to a nudist retreat. So Kevin Hart was like, for what? So
Sorry.
Y'all just walking around just looking at dicks and pussy. Is y'all engaging in this shit or whatever? He was like, nah, we just like to see different people naked. So he was like, but what are you getting out of this? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, like what do you get? Like it got
if
like
you're not engaging in it with the other people, what are you getting out of it?
listen.
Maybe they just like to hang out free. See, that's another thing why people don't be vocalizing their desires. Because people be like, hey, why you like that? Like, what if one of our homeboys, and I think that men be lying to their friends.
They do.
I think that men get more of the truth from women. Like, I don't think a guy would be with his homeboy, they drinking beer, they watching football, and he's like, hey man, girl stuck a thumb in my ass, dog.
Oh my
I
God.
shot off like a rocket. And that way we can have a real man conversation like, hey,
Hey, listen, Smoke,
hey, how did that happen?
Hey, Smoke, me and you been friends for a very long time. We've been friends for a very long time. I don't care if it did or not happen. I'm not gonna bust out and say we drinking.
But listen, go ahead.
Smoke, I was with such and such, and she stuck her finger in my booty. I ain't doing it.
I wish more men would say it so we really know what's going on, because you know what's happening? Men never talk about it amongst men, right?
They're not.
So now I mean,
It's not.
really,
you don't discuss what's going on in your bedroom. And I'm gonna say that
yeah, but men be talking about everything
Yeah,
else.
men
They talk about all the other bullshit.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart said,
And then sit down with a woman and she convince him,
yeah.
Kevin Hart
Yes.
said,
Yes.
and you don't know how to feel because you never really had the
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
Like, if you could have been like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, my dog, you
Yeah.
like that shit.
Yeah.
I might be willing to try it.
Nope.
open Pandora's box and then don't come back from it.
Hey, listen.
I told you that. That's why I
Hey,
said,
listen.
when my homeboy got introduced to that, he never been
Listen,
saying that to expect that.
Hey,
I
get
mean,
it.
maybe if he'd,
Kevin
I don't
Hart,
know.
let me say,
Oh, go
Kevin
ahead.
Hart had a friend who he was like, man, I think this enhance our sex in the bedroom. He invited a friend of his and his wife, and Kevin Hart said his homeboy who invited the other dude into the bedroom, he said, man, the nigga went to work on his woman. He said his relationship ain't been right since.
What? So wait. So he had it.
Hey,
He had a
let
threesome.
me touch
He
your
had
woman.
he had a threesome with his wife with another man.
Yes,
With the wife. It was 4 of them.
Oh, okay. So they were hanging out.
He watched that nigga go to work on his woman. That shit fucked their relationship up.
Nah,
Why did it mess the relationship up? Because of the man? The man felt some type of way?
Yeah, son, it had to be
The
son.
man felt some type of way. Maybe the woman felt like, damn, this nigga got some better dick than my husband.
Yeah.
Now it's like he getting invited every time. Cause obviously that's where her sexual satisfaction is coming from. So sometimes when you invite a bitch in your room, boy, that shit can fuck up your marriage, boy. Cause if you ain't performing like this nigga just did, it dropped it like it's hot.
But what I'm saying is,
dropping nothing but dick in her. And he was like, oh
see,
my God.
see, that's the thing. It take a level of
Maturity.
Yeah, it take a level of maturity and just being good and being content in who you are. When you do some shit like that, you just know that you signing up for whatever come with it.
Come with it, and I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Even if,
People think they can handle it and then it just goes down.
I mean, I get that. I get that.
I don't never.
I get that. Well, you should be honest with yourself and be like, hey, I just really want to like fuck other women. Because if you see a nigga now, if you sign up for I fuck your wife, you fuck my wife.
But that's how it came.
And you focusing on the nigga because you don't know what your homeboy about to do. You turn around, he probably finna jump off the dresser. He's like, hey man, that's my wife. You should have signed up for that. That's they.
But he signed up only because he really wanted to fuck his homeboy wife. But
See?
then his homeboy
Boy,
really
told his
did.
wife
Told his
up.
wife ass up.
Now, if his wife was cool with it, like, yeah, your homeboy got some good dick. and y'all could just move on.
But how you? But,
I'm saying they open that door, so you gotta expect whatever come with it. Now, if you get the minimum of what come with it, like, baby, that was good. I don't think we need to do that no more. Oh yeah, we can try that every now and then, and it help your relationship that he fucked the shit out your wife. That's cool. You gotta just be ready for whatever come with it.
Because you gonna get a lot of acting in that shit. Because a lot of that shit you trying to satisfy and be like this all time. Porn star in the room.
Listen, I think
Maybe his wife felt bad because she was like, "You don't even fuck me like that, nigga." And maybe that's where the confusion be coming in at.
Because they putting on.
Hey,
I ain't finna go in there half-assing because I got put on. I got invited to a whole nother little show.
hey, look, I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna say this. Like sometimes it got to do when you with people. Sometimes it got a lot to do with you and that person. Really, I'm gonna take it back to connection. You and that person connection is there. I think every time y'all do it, it's gonna be fireworks. If the connection is there and everything is genuine. No matter what, when y'all do it, she gonna be wet, you gonna be rock hard if that connection is there. But I don't think if that connection is there and y'all still just working on some shit, it's always gonna be to the point of that we gonna try to kind of get us to that point. And I get it. Like, I'm not saying that I've ever been with somebody and they faked it. You know what I'm saying? I can't honestly say that. Ain't nobody really tell me. I probably have some ideas or whatever. But at this point, like I said, I'm gonna do whatever it is to satisfy you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me stroking you ain't gonna get it, I'm gonna do my other little thing. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to, what are you willing to do to satisfy that person? What are you willing to take to get your satisfaction? Just like you said, Smoke, like, you got some women out here, that shit turn them on to stick their fingers in a man booty. And
or maybe they might want you. They might want you to stick.
Oh my God! Like, I can't think about that type of stuff.
I mean, me neither.
It's happening.
No, I know it is.
But you know what? We need to start opening the door for these conversations. Because we got sons and we got all type of. We have kids, and so if we never talk about this at home, we leaving room for our kids to get turned on to something that's shocking or something they never heard or something that they never talked about. And we don't really have the time to do that. We have to make sure everyone, me personally, I want to make sure everyone around me is informed. We having deep conversations that help us grow and that we could get something out of, because I'm a geek. I like to look up stuff. I like to read. That's me. Like, look at what I got on the screen right now. Viagra. It says how Viagra became a new tool for young men.
But why though?
Man, because of all these pressures.
Like a lot of these boys, these men, old boys or whatever, be feeling like they need that to sexually satisfy a woman, and that's not true.
So where they getting it from? Don't get me wrong. And this
Viagra keeps them hard for a very long time.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be hard like that all the time.
And the truth is, I was just watching something the other day where the woman was like, "Oh, every time she has sex, it got to be like, she said the minimum is 45 minutes." I'm like, that's kind of a long time,
That's
though.
a long time, man.
Just every time you got to do this.
45
and I think
minutes.
that's where a lot of this come from. That a lot of these men are thinking this what you need to actually perform. And that's why it's younger men, because believe it or not, my situation is different. Go ahead.
I think that a lot of people's idea of satisfaction is coming from these porn sites that they see.
That's what I'm saying. That stuff is not real.
Now they getting stuck in their head like, damn, they going for hours, man. They got an hour-long video of fucking.
But it don't be that. It don't be an hour like that, though.
But they be thinking and they.
Nah, man.
And even the porn stars have desensitized themselves. So that's why a lot of them would have to meet somebody who they really like in order to be into the sex. And it's just like when
People don't understand them women on TV, the on porn sites, they just doing it for the check.
they is. And
they ain't really getting sexually satisfied with 6 dicks in their head. You feel what I'm saying? It's just not happening.
And
But
when you look at these people,
wait, let me talk on that. What if you got women out here like that's what they like? That's what they want.
Yeah,
like,
but you ain't doing that 50 times in your lifetime. Like, let's say a woman's fantasy, right?
And you ain't doing that every time you take your woman in the bed. You got 6 niggas lined up.
No. I'm not talking about
what.
And if I'm in a relationship, obviously, if you getting it like that, you ain't gonna be in no relationship, right? Like woman, man, or whatever. So that's probably the reason they're not in a relationship, because that's what satisfies them.
All right, let me break it down too. Because when I first came home, I used to be watching porn, just stuff I used to see and read. Oh, let me look at this. Oh, I seen her in this magazine. Boy, let me look at this.
I can see this.
And then as time went on, like like let's say I'm watching somebody, and I'm like, oh, okay, I just seen her with a porn, and now I see her in an interview, like on a podcast, and she say how she wasn't happy.
I'd have seen.
That's why she stopped porn.
I'd have seen a couple of those too.
Even now, the dude, he done plagued the industry with herpes. The dude Mandingo, he was seen with Sexy Red. He was seen with a bunch of people. Yeah, he was seen with Sexy Red. He have given a lot of women in the industry herpes. You don't remember I told you that? And then one of the girls was like, I didn't even like doing it. And now you got herpes. HPV 1, I think they said, whichever one you can't get rid of. He done spread this out. He done hit over 300 women. They don't know when he contracted it or who he contracted it to. People still coming out. So it's like they got men, the little boys coming up, they got access to porn, watching somebody who ain't even happy in real life.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, but you watching somebody who acting.
Yeah.
And now you get with your significant other or however you breaking it down, and now you like, oh yeah, you mimicking something that ain't even bringing the person who doing that happiness.
Yeah.
So I just think like it's just hypersexualized that women or men ain't satisfied. They need more. They need this. They need that. Well, sometimes I don't know if it's taking all of that.
Hey, look.
You remember that movie Baby Boy? Remember when Bing Rings had AJ Johnson and he was bouncing around the house? And Kevin Hart was like, man, that was the stupidest thing ever, because now people thinking that's what a bitch want. I'm not bouncing around no house with my woman.
I can't do it.
They take too much strength and work.
I can't do it. Every time you tired, you don't want to do it.
You ain't doing that.
You don't want to
So
do it.
people do look at that and be like, man, I want to do this. Nah, that's not what's happening. That's not real life.
Hey man, look, help us grow this platform. We had to bring Smoke's wife into it today just to get a woman's engagement. We wish I could engage a little bit more. Like and subscribe on Smoke's channel, my channel, everywhere.
Wherever you see us.
Yeah, wherever you see us at, just know that we gonna bring y'all that fire information. But back to it again. Listen, I don't know. I just try to satisfy mine and keep mine happy. But I'm gonna say this: I still ain't eating no booty though. I ain't doing none of that. Like I stand on that right there. Now let's keep it 100. You never know. I might try it in life. Who knows? I can never say never, and I'm gonna leave it like that. But up to this point, I ain't do it yet, and it's still a no on my behalf. I'm sorry.
I ain't against it.
So have you did it?
I think I did try it once.
Oh my God.
I can't remember solely, but yeah, I think I did try it once before. Or I was thinking about it and I caught myself.
Hey.
I probably was younger, but I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I don't know, but I think women are satisfied at the end of all of that. Like what's your level of satisfaction? Like, what is it? Like, I think just being satisfied, if we talking about busting a nut, like I heard 3 different women today say that women don't climax the way they should.
Damn.
But like, that's my question. Like, what are you doing to help yourself get to that point? You know what I'm saying? Like,
We
what
can't
are you
do
doing?
that. We can't tell them to help
Nah.
themselves.
What are you doing to help yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing to help yourself? Like, some of them may move a little different to get it the way they're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like, you gotta help yourself. And like, we help each other. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I hit,
I mean,
touch
ask
it
the
in
questions
right spot.
too. I mean, ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? People be talking about, you know, big homies and stuff like that. I don't think that men be. A lot of women don't know that men don't be sitting around talking about sex or talking about health and stuff like that. And I think that even men, when you're around your friends, we should have like more honest conversations.
But we're not, Smoke.
That's
You
why I
know
say
that.
they have female friends, because I ain't gonna lie, I think that my friend guys was more comfortable talking with a woman rather than
That's the truth. That's a true statement, because us males, we judge a lot.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
judge a lot. Cause Smoke, I be telling you, I don't know. You can talk to me about anything, but like,
talk to me about that.
Like, you ain't been talking to me about like nothing crazy. Like I'm just being real. Like, and then it's the question of like, what's the reason you talking to me about that? Like, are you going through something? You know what I'm saying? Like because a man, they got a good.
I mean,
that's why
us being uncles and fathers and goddads, whatever your role is in the child's life, probably just sit them down and hang out with them, because I'm pretty sure that these conversations need to be starting at home first.
They need to.
They need to be starting at home with the family first. And so that's another thing too. We definitely need to be having these uncomfortable conversations with our kids. We ain't gonna have them with our homeboys. You better take your son and say, hey man, you know, hey, don't be taking no drugs, man. This is what you need to do, man. You need to work that muscle, man. Focus.
Hey man, look,
before it get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Get out of hand. But hey, look, only thing I can say is that you overall, you gotta satisfy yourself first before you can even satisfy anybody. And that's a major thing that I think people fail to realize. Like, we look outward instead of looking within before we can satisfy ourselves. Like, we can satisfy ourselves better than anybody in the world could, man. And it ain't even got to be sexual. It ain't even got to be mentally. Like, we can do all of that ourselves, man. And I think we need to do more practicing of that instead of depending on somebody else to do it for us. And that's my take on this whole topic and this whole thing. So when it comes to in a relationship, who's worried about being satisfied on my behalf? Like, I'm gonna take it all the way back and say, man, you got to do that together. It got to come as two people, not just one. Because if I'm just thinking about myself, I'm only thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about satisfying you. I'm only thinking about getting me and going on with me. So it goes back to take care of yourself first, man. Smoke, you know, it's almost time for us to wrap up, man. What else you got for your closing thoughts for today?
Hey, man, I just want to say thank y'all. Thank everybody who watch, everybody who gonna watch later. We gonna continue doing this just because like we enjoy it, and we also want to be like a different voice. Like we said, we think that a lot of things that's going on, you know, it may be some conspiracy theories, but I think that now as a community, we need to just start informing and filling each other in, like not looking towards the news. Because look at, and I'm just going to use this as we sign off, look at the elections and like what happened. I feel like the community should speak with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, I think that you should ask those, hey, everybody know what's going on if Trump get into office? Because a lot of stuff been going on that people obviously ain't think was going to happen. And I think that us as a community, as, you know, friends on social media or whatever, we just need to start putting information out there that we know to be accurate. Not something we heard on the news that, hey, I work for the government, so I can tell you this about food stamps, or I can tell you this about your light bill. Not like looking and getting some mythical answer. And even like the conversation we had today, we read a lot of articles where it says women ain't satisfied with sex, or they have desires that's not being met and stuff like that. And we might have 10 regular women coming on here like, well, what more do y'all want? And we need to we need to start getting real information just from real people.
Yeah,
to me,
and that's our big thing right now. And I said it a couple of times in this show that we want to grow this platform not for us. We want to grow it for the community, man. And like Smoke just said, we want to talk as a community. We don't just want to be up here talking. And today we did a lot of freestyling and we just spoke from our hearts, and we just spoke about the things that we needed to speak about today. And it wasn't nothing that we staged. It wasn't nothing that we had talking points. All this was just us having a conversation, and we look for the engagement from the people, and that's what's gonna take us to the next level of the engagement from the people, because y'all questions or y'all answers may help us drive what we need to drive to the next level. And that's why I say y'all share this, y'all like this, like y'all help us out on this, and not saying that we begging for help, because we gonna grow anyways. That's where we're at, because I think we do talk about some real information, but we look for the engagement right now, and I think it's coming real soon. But we wrapping up another topic today, and I'm kind of happy that we did it again. Once again, Mirror Conversations. We dropped another one. And
thank y'all.
Next week we'll be right back to it again. And thank y'all for watching. Hey, man, we off up here, Smoke.